Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World. This video is another one of my classic crime book reviews where I take some classic books and review them for you. It's as simple as that. I will do my best to leave links for the books that I mention in the description bar below. However, two of these are Folio Society books, so I'll leave some alternatives for you to get your hands on. Fell out of breath, I don't know why. Anyway, shall we get straight into it? I've got four for you today. Doing good. Right, starting off, I have a Dorothy L. Sayers because I'm reading a lot of Dorothy L. Sayers recently, aren't I? This one is one of the Folio Society. This is Have His Carcase. This is the beautiful books. I will leave a link for me unboxing these books in the up here. What's that called? The cards. I'll leave it for you up there. So Have His Carcase. We start with Harriet Vane. Harriet Vane has gone to the seaside and she is at the seaside at the beginning of the book when she has her lunch and she has a little doze and then she hears what she thinks is a bird and she's like, oh, woken up, and then she sees something over on a rock and she's like, what's that? So she goes down to investigate and then there she finds a dead man with his throat slit and blood coming out of it. But she has a problem as well as that, obviously. The tide is coming in, which means that unless she gets help really quickly, the body will be swept away out into the sea. So what she does, she's got a camera in her bag, so she takes pictures of what's going on. Anything that's kind of around that she thinks might get swept away and is evidence, she takes and puts in her bag, including, what's those things, a razor. My brain work. And then off she goes to find help. She finds a man along the way to kind of come and help her on her journey. And eventually, because there's nothing around her at all, she finally gets to a phone to call for the police. Then she goes to a hotel nearby to stay. And then who should show up at the hotel but Lord Peter Wimsey. Now, I liked this book, but I didn't love it. And nowhere near did I love it as much as Strong Poison, or Gaudy Night for that matter. They're both so much better than this, sad to say. I did love the writing of this, of course I did. I loved the beginning of it in particular. But this book for me was too long. And that's not to say that I don't like big books. I do enjoy big books, but I just felt that it was longer than what it needed to be. I felt like a good chunk of this book should have been chopped off, to be honest. I felt like a lot of it was quite unnecessary. And yeah, it just felt a lot of it just felt a little bit pointless and stuff. There's this weird coding stuff which to me just looks like they're playing Sudoku. I don't know if you can see that with these weird squares that they're trying to work out and it's part of working out the crime. But by the time I got to that bit, oh, it was just so long, I just didn't care anymore. And I was just like, the writing style can't save you now. I adored the beginning. The beginning, I thought, oh wow, this is going to be another 5-star read from me. But then the further it got on, the lower the star rating got. In the end, I gave it 3 because I did enjoy it, but I just didn't love it. This isn't one of her best, is it? Not one of her best. If you want a great one, pick Strong Poison or Gaudy Night, not Have His Carcase. So yeah, liked it, didn't love it. Then I thought I'd pick up my very first Josephine Tey. And the one that I wanted to pick up that I thought sounded really good is Miss Pym Disputes, I think. I think that's what it's called. And that sounded really good. So I've been looking in charity shops for a copy of it because Folio Society do really nice copies of Josephine Tey's books. And I thought, well, I wouldn't mind investing in one. You know, they're £35. They are quite pricey, but I wouldn't mind investing in one if I adored the book and it's one of my favourite books that I'm going to read and reread, etc. And when I was in a charity shop, I couldn't find one. I was like, okay, can't find it. But then I did find this. This is another Folio Society copy of Josephine Tey, but this is The Singing Sands, and this was £1.95. On Folio Society website, it is £34.95. I was like, whoa, what a bargain. It's lovely with the illustrations inside and everything. It's really, really nice, and you can still kind of buy them now. So yeah, shame it's not the Miss Pym Disputes one, but I was very happy to get this. So I thought I'll still read it because I want to read a Josephine Tay. And this, we have our inspector, and he's on a sleeper train. And when he's getting off a sleeper train, he notices a worker's trying to wake up this gentleman, but he can't wake him up. And our inspector goes, he's dead, phone for the police. But then our said inspector ends up kind of taking over the case anyway, even though he's not meant to be working, sort of thing. This, I believe, was one that Josephine Tay had written, but she had died before it was published, and this book was literally within her kind of papers and stuff, so she didn't get to finish it or alter it in whichever way she wanted. I don't think it's ever the best thing to start with an author's kind of last works, is it? But I did, and I didn't love it. The writing I thought was good. I enjoyed the writing style. I didn't love any of the characters. I didn't really love the plot. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have started with this one, but I just wanted to read it because it's a beautiful, beautiful book. So I will definitely stick around and try and read more Josephine Tay in the future. I think I do own The Man in the Queue, but I really want to read Miss Pym Disputes, so yeah, I will stick to hunting down that one, I think, because I think I really enjoyed that one, but hey ho, never mind. So then I thought I'd pick up a book that I thought I cannot go wrong with it. So I thought I'd pick up Patricia Wentworth. Let me know if you're sick of me talking about Patricia Wentworth, because I seem to talk about her an awful lot. This one is The Listening Eye. And this one is about a woman called Paulina, and Paulina is deaf, and she has been asked to be a model for a painting, and the painting happens, and she goes to the gallery to look at the picture, and someone that she knows, they've had work in there as well, so she's going to look at them, and she's kind of the only one in the gallery until these two gentlemen walk in. And they're quite far away from her, and they're talking, and Paulina can lip read, and she lip reads what they're saying and works out that actually some people are in danger, including herself. So she goes to Miss Silver and she's like, help me, I think I'm in danger, I think these other people are in danger. They now know that I can lip read and I know what they said. What do I do? And Miss Silver tries to give her advice, but of course people never follow her advice. I'm like, you're silly. And yeah, things happen. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but oh, this was brilliant. This was another 5-star book for me of Patricia Wentworth. Miss Silver is in this an awful lot, and I just loved it. I loved all the characters. I loved working out who it was. I did guess who it was, but oh, it's so good. I love the character of Miss Silver. She's so brilliant. I love how she works things out, and it's just great. It's just wonderful. So yeah, 5 stars, great. Can't get enough, honestly. I've actually nearly finished all of Patricia Wentworth Miss Silver books as well. And once I've done that, I'll probably do a where to start and favourites sort of thing. And then finally, I have Hard Frost by R.D. Wingfield. This is the 4th book in the Frost series, so I'm nearly at the end because there's only 6. And this one, we have everything going on. We have a lot of different murders taking place. We have someone going around injecting children and just making them bleed a little bit. We have kidnappings and theft. It's a lot of stuff going on, but it is just brilliant. The pacing of these books is magnificent. I love the character of Frost, and in this one I really got the sense of that. This is probably the first one that I did of that he is actually definitely in it for the right reasons. Like he honestly doesn't care for any of the glory whatsoever. So there's a couple of like younger officers that are trying to get promotion and stuff, and so to Frost's like boss, he thinks, oh yeah, the younger officers are solving all the crimes, but it's not, it's Frost. But Frost doesn't want to deal with the paperwork. He just wants the bad people to be locked up, and he just wants to do the right thing. And I'm like, that's the first time that I ever got it. I mean, he is quite lazy and slobbish and does not follow the rules at all, but it's a great great read and I highly recommend it. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Brilliant, brilliant book, and you should check them out if you haven't already. I don't know how many of you have checked out the Frost books. I'd love to know in the comment section if you have read any of them or any of the books that I've mentioned in this video. So that is it for this video. Take care and I shall see you soon for the next one. Bye for now.